Hi everyone, this is BDevine and welcome to the 8th of the 8th Lionsgate. Very, very beautiful portal of light energy, abundant through Leo, Sirius, and Star Sirius, the Sun, and also Orion making conjunctions, particularly today. So the beginning of the Lionsgate and the beginning of the Galactic New Year started in July. So July the 26th, okay? And then it moves in to where it is now, reaching a peak on the 8th of 8th, 8th of the 8th, and then moving in towards the 12th and the 21st, and then going into the end of the month. We're still in that beautiful energy of Leo, so it's still activating within us. So what this means is that we have generated a beautiful portal of abundance. And I talked about this morning. I talked about this with my Lionsgate on the 26th of July. I realized I gave you all a meditation then. We are going to do the abundance of Sothis, a bit of a visualization, as well as some channeling and activate. What is it that you want to activate with the light codes? Because this will rewrite energy and bring you forth into your true highest timeline. And that's the beauty of today, is that we can lift our vibration to its highest connection, higher than ever before, higher than any other Lionsgate workshop or anything I've ever done with you before. Okay, I have spent years and years and years giving information on this and doing activations for you as well. And this is probably the first year, since we had live shows happening, it's probably the first year that I haven't done it live. And the reason is because I'm going to be able to get a lot more information out to you in these pre-recordings, okay? And if you want to do things live with me, then I have options for that as well. So we have a lot of fun on the days that we go live on our Zoom calls, etc., with patrons and also with the Light Leaders Academy. So, doing live shows on top of it here and YouTube, it's only going to happen every now and then. All right. But what we have to do is open up our connection and activation to this particular portal, this particular gateway of vibration. It's really a vibrational gateway. So it's not going to be like we might think, where a big hole is opening in the sky and down pours all of these lions that activate the grids and, activate us and help us. Okay. Even though on one level that is actually happening, like the cat beings, the lion beings, the Syrian beings, which are feline in their energy, right? So this is why the Sphinx in itself is actually feline, had a feline face and body, right? Of course, they changed it. Probably didn't like that. But the feline, the reason why it's so important to myself is because, if you were watching the video before, I mentioned that throughout my journey, I've been given channeled information from my guides and from angels, of course, and gotten to know different dimensional beings as well, part of this kind of energy, as part of growing, as part of starting to become, more capable of my abilities, etc., putting it all together. And one of the biggest things from the beings, the Lyran beings, the Syrian beings, is that they focus on intentional healing. And this is what I try to also give all of you because of the teachings I've had. And it's intentional healing. And this is something that we did in ancient times. We would focus on the adjustments, not on the process. So in other words, you would focus on the adjustment and the wellness of whoever the person is or the animal is, and that's it. You don't focus on, they've got cancer. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. No, you get the information and you change it. You completely change the chemical makeup of a person's energetic body. It's really interesting. And this is something that I also teach to a degree so far at the Light Leaders Academy. And of course, we're getting more into these deeper methods of healing coming up in the third semester, which will be most likely next year. But this information is given to us powerfully because we've all been connected before. My theory is, hey, if I want to find something out, I'm just going to channel the information and then I'm going to share it with everybody because that's what I do, right? Some people keep it to themselves or whatever, but I mean, there is such a massive amount of information. I can imagine it is really hard to put it all into place. And I found that out when I was trying to create my academy. I'm like, how am I going to even get started with all of this, right? But it all started to come through. So in these moments, it is crucial on your spiritual journey, in these moments, that you are taking the time within yourself to set an intention or affirm, make an affirmation of what you actually want to have happen. In other words, that it's already creating for you in the here and now, right? So whatever it is that you would like, okay, we're going to make a declaration to begin with, and then I'm going to do a channeled message. I'm going to help you with the light linguistics or light language, just to help put you into that, whatever it is that you're wishing for, okay? There are also going to be some healing codes in here as well to activate within you. Just one moment. I like to put some music on while I'm talking. No, and sometimes it goes off, of course, because okay, we got it going on. Okay, so some of the energy is going to be focused on healing as well. So if you have something that you wish to heal, then now is your opportunity to put it to the front of your energy by thinking about it for a moment. Okay, I'm just going to put that to the front, whatever it is, that problem or issue or whatever. I'm just going to put that to the front. Okay, then it's done. So when I get to that healing part, we'll do that. And then we're just going to do this little bit of a visualization to bring in some extra abundance. My whole thing about abundance has been always strained, because when you look at someone who has a lot of money, for example, millionaires or something, especially when I was a kid, I would look at a millionaire and I'd go, wow, you're so lucky. I bet you can buy all the ice cream you want. I bet you can have, Hungry Jacks or Big Mac or whatever anytime you want. Like, imagine having all that money to buy a house you want. And then I would get really angry with them. So like when I was a kid, I'd be like, jerks, selfish and all this. So at first I'd be like, wow, you're so lucky. And then I'd be like, you're a jerk. Like, who'd want to be you, because I was actually like upset that they would get it and I wouldn't. You see, I'm going to put this to you like this. So when money is involved in your life, and look what's been happening, okay? And we know that the actual money is in paper money and, the way that we do things with credit cards, and we know that's all going to change. That it's inevitable that it will eventually change, right? They're already trying to steer us in that direction in other ways with crypto and all this. But the way that we have to see things now is that in order for our dreams, goals, and wishes, and to help this planet, for me to increase my schools and wellness centers, to be able to travel to parts and teach in person, to hold conventions and create my card decks and create all the other books that I have to write, etc., and get it out there and just continue to get it out there. It has to be financed as it is right now. This is not something that, you can't get away with without any money as things stand at the moment. And my biggest goal is to be able to give homes to, homeless people, etc., and veterans especially, young mums and try to help them, you know, as they're pushing forth, because I was one. I mean, my son is 30 today. I was 16. I was 13 days off of being 17, having my son, and there was nobody around. Like, there was no assistance. I couldn't go to my parents for anything. You know, if you know my history with my parents, it's like, no, you don't ask. You're not going to get. So, you know, it was quite a struggle. And I was actually they were trying to talk me into not keeping the baby and all kinds of things, like nurses and things. I couldn't believe that. I felt like I had nowhere to turn. But imagine if I had had someone that said, you know what, here's a place that you can stay, get yourself organized, here's some skills so you can get a really good job, and hey, we're going to teach you how to cook really well, and like life skills, right? There was none of that sort of thing. And also for veterans, you know, in Australia they're kind of forgotten, and here in the United States I am shocked. Like, every time we go somewhere, the amount of people that are homeless, it's shocking. There should be a way in which we can generate not only a home for these people, but skills as well to get them back, you know, just feeling confident, not just little skills, spiritual skills as well. And that's going to mean a team of people, a team of house builders, you know, the small houses, tiny houses, whatever it's going to take. So my goals for abundance are not about myself. You know, I mean, that will be a bonus as well, but it's to do all of these little jobs that have weighed heavily on my mind for so many years, okay? So how can we do this? How can we generate this if our feelings towards people who have money are that they are jerks, that they're selfish, that they are just wasting their money, that they don't help anybody? You see? Because that's how we see people that are wealthy. We see them as lucky ducks who have it all, and they must be super special, and they only have money because they keep it all, right? They keep it all and keep on stashing it all, or they do inside trading, or, you know, underhanded things with other countries or whatever, right? Seen all this sort of stuff too. That's all going to dissolve. But we want to have in order to give. And I think that's a very, very noble thing to do. And also, it's okay. You're allowed to want to have in order to give more. How amazing is that? However, you are going to have to let go of your hang-ups with regards to money. And people have a thing about it. Like, people have levels of, you know, I was homeless and I didn't have a thing. So if someone gave me a meal, I'm like, oh, you're so kind. You know, this is so nice of you. Like, I didn't take anything for granted. Having secondhand clothes, that's me all over. Everything you ever see me wear, 99% of it is something I've gotten from the charity shop, or it's been handed down, or, you know, I found it somewhere in one of those op shops, because that's how I am. And even, you know, if I had a lot of money, I'm going to still go op shopping. I am. I'm going to go to the charity shops, and that's just me, because you find a bargain, right? It's great fun. And the Daughters of Charity, you know, in Adelaide, South Australia, which are right on Hutt Street, you can look it up. They helped me. They helped me with getting my first apartment. You know, when I didn't have anything and I was homeless, my dad left me there, all this stuff, right? So, not that I wanted to go into all of that stuff, but the idea is that you have to look at yourself, look at what you want to achieve in this world, understand that we are in the perfect alignment for that to happen today, okay? Today's it, and you've got to ask yourself honestly how you feel about money, how you feel about people with money, and if you had money, how would you want people to feel about you? Because I would hate it if someone would think, oh, well, she's got everything, and right? I would hate that. But then I realized, you know, that's what I did. because I assumed someone's intention by what they had at the end of it. Okay, so you see what I'm trying to tell you here? Okay, how do you feel about it is what I'm trying to get at, and that's what you need to erase. Otherwise, you will get abundance, but you will lose it because you're going to subconsciously sabotage it because you're afraid of what others will think, do, say, or feel about you. Now it gets to a point where you really don't care what anyone, says, does, or feels about you. You just don't. But you have to understand this from a deeper level, because you could be blocking those that beautiful abundance from flowing because you have an expectation of it being a difficult process, a lengthy process. It's going to take forever to do this. We're going to make this happen because we're going to step into the most abundant timeline at the same time. All right, so right now, I'm just going to start quickly by bringing a little bit of a declaration and doing a little bit of a message for you all. I kind of put myself on the spot here because I wasn't ready for it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because as you can see, I don't mess around with when the energy is coming out through my hands, I know I've got to give a message, send some healing, and be in that vibration, okay, of my own truth. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just close my eyes right now, and we're going to make a declaration, and then I'm going to go right into the channeled messages for us and the healing, okay? Okay. As a sovereign being of light, I hereby call upon my spiritual light team. I call upon my higher self and source energy. And I call upon my intergalactic family now. I'm especially calling upon the power of the energy of Sirius, the star Sirius, the Lyran beings of light, and those that are on the same timeline as me and connected to me through healing. I activate source energy to the highest of the high, connecting into the center of the universe and into the center of the earth, and activating out into infinite possibilities and activations of all abilities. I ask for the triple shield of protection, an overlaying shield of high vibrational energy, and a golden abundant pyramid to be placed over the top of all, attracting abundance towards me effortlessly. Any negative energy I transmute now into positive abundance for myself, my family, and for all those around the globe. I ask to be given special information for me and my journey, and to activate now the absolute highest possible timeline for myself and my family, for all those who are ready to hear it. I hereby give permission to release myself of any promises or vows concerning being in poverty. I also release my energy of any vows or promises related to my hatred of being wealthy or wealthy people. I hereby release that connection now. And any other connection I may have in any direction of time or space of having less than enough. I am now open to receiving. In my place of receiving, all is connected to me. I am open up to healing vibration to happen in the highest capacity, in the fastest timeline. I call upon cosmic physicians and the angels of abundance and all those who specialize in exactly what I need to step forward right now and activate this healing change immediately in the here and now. And I ask for this to be done in all directions of time and space and through all layers of my entire being, and so it is. Okay, and so now I am going to just give a channeled message, okay? And this is coming from my spiritual light team, and this is headed up by Devine, who we talked to before, who is part of my family as well. Greetings, dear ones. This is Devine, and I come forth with the power of many beautiful beings of light here to assist you now. As this portal has opened and has been opening for some time, you are going to find that the way in which you are thinking and feeling is going to be shifting and altering almost at every second. You may be feeling different second by second. You may be feeling a lot of emotion coming forth as you begin to walk this new timeline. The emotion that you have missed in the past, the things that you have not really released correctly, are going to come up and bubble up to the surface now for you to absolutely release. The time has come for the amazing changes that you wish to see upon the planet. The time has come for the new to unfold in every direction of life and bring forward with it love, harmony, and peace that you are all looking for. The new direction that you are implying that you would wish to walk upon, even though it will be most abundant, cannot always be simple, simple, simple. The reason for that is you learn nothing from simple, simple, simple. You seem to learn a lot more when things are a little more difficult for you to navigate through. So although this can be changed with your thoughts, you may find that it is not as easy as you may believe it to be to become one with your highest timeline. Although we know that you are up for the challenge. There are going to be some things that come about on this planet that really begin to awaken even the deepest sleepers. And these things cannot be spoken of in exactness, otherwise there is a desperation for them to come about, or a worry that they won't come about, or that it will be different, or that it will be difficult, or that there will be a massive amount of change that's too much to bear. Nothing like this will occur. The worst is actually behind a lot of you. There is going to be change indeed, but change is not often simple or smooth. However, you can intend it to be as smooth or simple as you like it to be. Remember, you have the power to think about something and allow it to create in your life. It is when you think about that very thing stopping that it does. When you think that you don't have enough, you won't. When you think that you're a powerful being of light, this is what you amplify. When you understand your sovereignty, when you understand that you have the power over any darkness or any dark forces, by focusing on your sovereignty, when you understand this, your life changes dramatically. Those who have done it understand it, and they gift it, and they share it, and they become it, and they find the secret, the key to life, to existence, in a sense. And that is to focus your intention on that which you want to see, not what you fear. Seems simple, but we notice that humanity has had a very hard time believing this. This is because you are born with amnesia of who you really are, and it's something that you decided that you would find out for yourself as time goes on. There will be many false prophets and people who come forward claiming to know the exactness of any situation, and that is impossible, my dear ones. It is impossible to know the exactness of a situation. As you already know, people change their minds constantly anyway. They could simply choose not to walk into that timeline, or simply choose to say no to the person that they've been promised, or simply choose to not get off of their couch in that morning and stay home. This changes the energy of everything told the day before. Be careful of this. People claiming to know the exactness of everything. It is set up exactly how it is for you not to know exactly what to do. Otherwise, you will limit yourself, and that is something that cannot happen. All of you are capable of this channel and understanding these channels and doing it yourself. All of you are capable of completely healing your own lives and the lives of others by activating who you really are as a sovereign being of light and trusting in it wholeheartedly. Nothing can be done unless you trust in it wholeheartedly. If you have doubts, so too will those around you. If you don't hold strong, the weakness will be shown throughout your circle. If you ask for strength, it is given. Sometimes you ask for things that you wish for, and those things are not exactly part of your divine plan. And you don't think of that until later. And then you have an understanding, oh, this is why this needed to occur. I didn't really want that. If you were given, for instance, everything you ever asked for, you would be very miserable indeed, because you would not be in alignment with the truth of who you are as a sovereign being of light and in control of your destiny at all times. We can say to you this: if you ask for an increase in the healing on this planet, it occurs immediately. If you ask for abundance for all, it will occur immediately. People will doubt, but it has already occurred. It is already yours. And this is the thing, that you ask for something, you wish for something, you're hoping something will happen. It's all a future thing that you're always hoping for. People say, I wish I had. And the answer to that is, well, it's a wish that you want. You wish you had this, meaning it won't happen to me. It's not coming through. It's just always going to be a wish. So you will start to learn, as we have taught BDevine, this channel, we have taught that your words absolutely are the most important thing that you have in this life. Your thoughts are just as though you've said it. You can't think something and not say it, in other words. It's said, it's heard. So be careful of that energy as well. thinking to yourself, well, I didn't say it out loud. Doesn't mean you didn't say it on the inner levels, right? So, dear ones, as you embark on this newest journey here, as you begin to navigate forward, trust your abilities, trust in your abundance. Activate your destiny now to the most abundant time frame and allow it to come forward through you and out into the world. Everything that you do shifts the focus of your entire family, and the lineage also is being healed by you. Open up to receive. Know that you are loved more than you know. Know that you are never alone, ever, and never will be alone. Far too many of us that are watching over you and humanity on the whole. You may begin to see glimpses of us, of this energy working around or even said. There will be some things that you will not unsee, and we shall leave it at that. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget who you are. Accept it now. All will be well. And goodbye for now. Many blessings, everybody. Okay, everybody, while I'm here, I am going to start the healing light codes, okay? Energy vibration. So I want you to place at the front of your energy right now anything you want to shift, heal, or change as this transmission comes through language. And this is just something that I have. It's something we all have, okay? It's powerful. Okay. Okay, it's going to finish it off with a little bit of selenite. And it tickles on my face and stuff. Right? Okay. Should be feeling awesome here pretty soon. Okay. So you can always go back to these. It may activate, for one lady, the last time I did it, it activated her own light linguistics. So for you, it may open something up you didn't even know you had. And I will be trying to teach this also coming up in the academy, how to sort of get the information that you need out of what you're doing and the reasons why you're doing certain things the way that you're doing it, etc. I hope you could kind of see it. Oh yeah, you can. I had my eyes closed so I could focus on what I was doing, but you should start to feel a little bit amazing here. I'm just going to turn this back down. 222. Oh my God, on the clock. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe you can. 222. Can you see that at the top there? Just when I went over to do this. Yes. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is take you through another little bit of a activation of the abundance. All right. Oops. Sorry, everyone. I'm just looking for where I put. Oh yeah, here it is. All right. Okay. If you don't want to start the academy or something like that, or you're not sure, even there is a 12-month program. You can also consider doing some mentoring or healing with me as well, or my light leaders. And I can also, I'm trying to put them all together on a page so that you can also have a look at them and see if you resonate with anybody. But right now we're just focusing on ourselves, right? To bring in this change, this enlightenment. And the growth that you all need. That's what I always do. I end up sparks everywhere, burning myself and my good t-shirts. T-shirts that don't already have holes in them. All right. All right, last thing. Okay, the abundance of Sothis. I am going to read this to you real quick, and then we will do the activation. So if you do have a piece of selenite, that's awesome. I also like my moonstone, of course, my Lemurians, of course, auralite, smoky quartz as well. I have the smoky Lemurian. Jasper's really awesome. Like, don't underestimate any of the Jaspers. If you feel connected to Jasper, I am telling you, it is so powerfully grounding, and we need that right now with all this. You know, we just keep floating up into where we want to be, and life is still going on down here. Okay, abundance of Sothis. I'm going to read this to you, and away we go. Abundance in many forms is flowing to you now, beloved. Intend right now to receive it. Just decide to do so in your heart this very moment. Oracle of the abundance of Sothis comes as guidance to expect increased flow and to continue your good works of building channels through which abundance can be delivered to you. Freely share your talents, love, wisdom, and self, and enjoy the abundance responsively flowing to you in many forms over and over again. Abundance comes to you now. If you have been through a time of restricted circumstance, materially, financially, socially, in terms of health or relationships, opportunities, fun, or friendship, then this oracle indicates that the tide is turning and an upsurge of wealth, health, abundance, and more are coming to you now. After an experience of restriction, perhaps for a prolonged period, you will very much enjoy this new, very much enjoy this new and improved flow of energy, support, compensation, and reward. With your heart open, your many channels ready to receive the influx of abundance like we've just done, and your innate belief that you are worthy to receive, you attract great support from the universe now. Channels for receiving grace in all its forms are created when you follow your heart and do your part to be ready and prepared to receive. Preparation is an important part of abundance in all forms, and you can enjoy your abundance to the fullest extent when there are containers for it to be held within. Those containers will be practical ways for wealth and other forms of abundance, such as great relationships, to be part of your world. Your channels might include new creative works being formed, seeking networking opportunities with others in your field, so that there are ways for people to find you, and the work that you offer, for example, or joining classes or groups that allow you to meet others, following up your intuition or instincts in even small, seemingly unrelated situations. The containers will be created not only from the practical steps that you take, but from the intention, vibration, and resonance behind them, which means your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes all count. If your desired abundance is wealth, then start to really shift your identity and thoughts from a place of restriction to a place of relaxation and willingness to take care of your money, so that you create a strong container for the flow of abundance to reach you. If you desire a loving soulmate relationship or deeper friendships, becoming more of the person yourself that you wish to experience in others, as well as affirming that you have value and much to offer and are willing and worthy of receiving from others, will create powerful channels through which you can receive the abundance of love and good community that Sothis can bring to you. The goddess of celestial abundance, shining stellar mother Sothis, will bless you with all you can possibly receive. So allow yourself to act in faith, be brave, and take steps to ready yourself right now. Make sure you harvest your crops to create even more channels through which abundance can flow to you. Clearing out the old, completing and preparing the ripe crops for nourishment. This may mean revising, finishing, bringing to fruition old projects, or deciding to let them go completely if they do not feel right to pursue any further. It might mean seeking fresh input or collaboration on certain projects, or feeling any sadness, guilt, grief, or anger over unfinished projects and letting them go completely. There may be still other projects that you feel in your heart are right for you, but not just now. And C, they are released to percolate further in the cosmic womb. With this greater creative clarity and organization, your channels for abundance will be clearer and more receptive, and Sothis will have all the more room in which to bless and fill you. So this is a great blessing. This is the ritual that we are going to do below, and it is a meditation visualization. It's very quick, okay? I say that, but it is very quick, all right? So just be ready now. Close your eyes. Drink a mouthful of water. Gone. All right? Okay. So close your eyes and just put your hand over your heart, because this will help you focus on your breathing, and it will help you focus on your heart. Allow your awareness to dwell within and relax. Just focusing on the rise and fall of your belly as you breathe in and out. Allow yourself to become aware that above you is a great star. It is brilliant, silver, and magnificent. Feel and imagine the energy that pulses around it. Nuclear, powerful, and vast. It is crackling with aliveness and potency. Many other planets, stars, and moons are supported by the power of this great star. It feeds them with energy and life as a spiritual sun. Be aware that you're floating in a river, a silver river of light, in the darkest galaxy, with your head now heading closer towards this sun. You feel the river of light beneath you, filled with love and power. It naturally guides you towards the star. As you get closer, the river rises and expands, becoming vaster and wider, full of life energy directly from this spiritual sun, Sothis. Allow the river to nourish you with the perfect balance of cool and warm energies. Feel yourself rising and falling with the natural flow of the river of light underneath and all around your body, holding you firm and safe. Imagine being cleansed by the river, letting go of any energy that is not aligned with abundance, and strengthening all the energies already within you that are aligned with abundance. Breathe deeply in and exhale loudly. In and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. One more time. Breathe in and exhale. Let it out. You're releasing into the river, and as you inhale, you're drawing in its loving power and light. Oh my God, look at that. Okay, we will look back at that later, but my third eye became apparent on the video. You become aware that the river is merging now with the edges of the star. You feel such peaceful bliss as the energy of the star of Sothis pours into your being. You feel the beliefs that were incorrect and based in fear falling away, and you see and you know things differently. There is no explanation or analysis. There is just deep, heartfelt knowing that all is just fine. And there is no need to worry or fear. You are loved. You are safe. You are supported. You will never be abandoned, lost, ignored, or forgotten by the divine. You are not separate from the beauty and light of this great star. You have this within you already. Oh my God, that is so weird. I can see it moving every now and then. You have this within you already. You just need to feel it and remember. Eventually you feel that you can move on the river of light back towards your life on Mother Earth without losing your feeling of the Sothis within. The river flows and you feel yourself passing through the belly of the star in utter bliss. Then through the edges of the star on the other side, peacefully and gently flowing on the river from the star towards the earth. The river with you in it begins to flow into your life on the earth emotionally and psychologically, spiritually, and physically. There's no part of your life that is not blessed by this river and the light within it. Seeing it flow, see it flow into all areas and aspects of your life. Oh, there it is. Little third eye coming through for you all. Goodness me. Be aware of the Sothis light in the river flowing into any part of your life that needs more abundance. Okay? Healing or prosperity in particular. Allow that part of you and your life to be blessed by the sacred celestial river. Again, it is washing and carrying healing into that part of your life, filling it with sacred healing, energy, and blessing. Enjoy this feeling and then say, I give thanks to Sothis, giver of abundance and healing, for your generosity, blessing, and gifts of abundance now in all parts of my life. Thank you, beloved, for your nurturing. And we're going to finish the practice with your eyes open by saying this incantation. So just repeat after me. Star of Sothis, you bless me with abundance and peace. May wealth on all levels does increase. Through many channels I receive your flow. With wonder and gratitude I watch my wealth grow. I release all fear and doubt that would block your grace. Instead, I focus on your shining stellar face and release the love and safety within. The flow of great abundance now does begin. And so it is, so it is, so it is, and so be it. You can also go back and do the Lionsgate meditation, turning, with the gold energy vibration. Beautiful, right? Becoming the gold, getting your crystals, okay? Do these meditations often, or when you feel flat, or when you feel, nothing's happening, try them. Usually what I find and what I teach my students is that everything has to integrate in your life. You do something, it's instantaneously fixed, but it needs to integrate through you so you understand it, right? So that you can move forward from it. And usually that's a 3-week process as well, 3 to 6 weeks. So always give yourself a little bit of time also. So everybody, I am going to go and spend some time with my son for his birthday, and we're going out for an early dinner. We were going to have lunch, but it doesn't happen that way. So that's why I'm here right now. I hope you enjoyed the healing. I hope you know where my website is, and how you can get a hold of me, of course. I'm not going to be around for personal stuff much longer. It's all going to be through, just the academy and mentoring for the academy as well. So, I'm trying to give as much as I can in the meantime. All right. And I will see you all really, really soon with the next video, updates, etc. Sending much love to you all. Okay. Trust in this, what you've just had experienced here. And bye for now. Bye, everyone. Oops.